close the doors. But anyway, I digress. Okay. Like all big planes, or like the only two big planes, I guess we have three big planes. This thing is very annoying to move on the ground. So be very careful about what's around you. It'll like okay, you see this? Okay, example. Okay, that's being glitchy. Never mind, we're not going near that. I don't want to glitch this thing out. Okay, but this thing is slow. It needs a lot of room, and it's also obviously, well, I just said it was a lot of room, but it's big as fuck. Okay, so just be careful because this airfield is actually extremely well designed. So thank you to whoever designed it, if they designed it at all. But they designed it very well, so this is pretty easy to do, right? Just taxi around because there's open space, like it should be, unlike other airfields where there's really no open space, so you got to be careful with those. But yeah, just be careful. Counter steering is going to be a big thing, okay? Like I said, watch this. Okay, I've let go, and it's just still going, right? It's the same thing as other planes, but in the air, it's going to be much bigger problem, as well as for taking off, you actually do need quite a bit of space. It's not like the whole runway or anything, but it's not the scalping level, and I will demonstrate now. See how that took about half the runway to get up in the air? So yeah, so just be, yeah, exactly, but yeah, just be conscious of that. Okay, again, I'll demonstrate counter steering real quick. I'm gonna get up to max altitude just to make sure that we don't run into anything. Okay, so. Oh yeah, don't worry, I'm not worried. But, okay, let me get into a full turn here. Okay, I've let go, it's still turning. It turns for another like 30 to 40 degrees. So, especially for lining up for landings, or just anything in general, make sure either A, you let go quicker, or you counter steer to make sure, or do light taps, like so, to make sure that, you know, you can actually line up where you want to line up. Again, you could still use the shift right click to dive, the right click to, you know, do the whole thing. It's the same shit, although you won't get a line that tells you where you're diving, so be careful with that. You kind of have to just guess. Or, you know how, like the scout plane, you have a line that tells you where you're going? When you're, you know, aiming in? Yeah, no, you don't have that here, because this obviously doesn't have a gun, so why would you have it? For what we like to do is the co-pilot for most of the flight is in the rear gunner, and then when it's time to drop paratroopers, he can hop back in the co-pilot seat and do that, because obviously he doesn't really need to be in that seat unless he's dropping paratroopers, because, well, what else is the point besides that? But anyway.
Cargo running?
What?
Can't that plane run cargo?
I mean, it's 20 crates, but given how expensive this thing is and how long it takes to put together, it's not really worth it, honestly. Even if it is kind of larpy, which is fun. Because you can't drop them out of the plane, so it's basically like a flatbed that's faster, but it also carries 3 times less, so... I mean, does it really even have a benefit? Not really, no. But you can theoretically run cargo, although personally what I like to do is, when I'm running a paratrooper operation, is if there's a bunch of supplies at the airport on my aircraft are, I'll just bring those supplies with me, so we don't have to worry about, you know, doing that. Which is very nice, I have to admit. Oh, no, it absolutely is, but the problem is with cargo running. Well, okay, I guess it's really not, actually, because here's the problem with cargo running. If you're doing it alone, right, yeah, are you going to get shot down? No, you're not, because guess what? Fighters can't get this far back in the back line, and recon planes, although they can, they're not fast enough to catch you, so all you have to do is run away. Except by a recon plane, literally just keep flying straight. You will get away from them, although they may damage you a bit. It's not really a big deal. But if you lag out alone, and trust me, I have done this in this plane, although granted the parts were ours, but the frame was a public frame, so it wasn't the end of the world. But if you lag out in this plane, there's a good chance it's gonna, you know, blow up. So you don't. I mean, I wouldn't recommend flying it alone, but to be fair, it is your plane, so it's kind of up to you. But personally, alright, let's come in for landing real quick. We'll have you take the final flight over, well, okay, perfect. Alright, one thing to note, if you want to actually be the pilot on the Paratrooper operations, you need to be above, I believe it is 80 meters to drop paratroopers, otherwise they will fall and splat on the ground like meat bombs. Trust me, we tested it out. It's not pretty. Yep, even with the parachute, you need to give them 80 meters. So go ahead and open the doors. Alright, hop out. You got a parachute on, right? Please confirm, because we cannot afford to lose the uniform. Alright, go ahead. It's equipped, right? Alright, jump, 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 jump. Very nice. Alright, we'll come in for landing and pick you up. Interesting. Yep, I'm coming now. Yep, I mean, yeah, even real life parachutes are semi-single use. Alright, let's go get some fuel, and then it's your turn to fly your plane, finally, of course. Again, for landing, just be careful. This thing is a big plane, it needs more room. It takes longer to line up, you know, whole 9 yards, but it's fine. You'll be fine, probably, anyway. Alright, I am in the co-pilot seat. The ship is yours. Oh, it's a good LARP. Oh, whatever. At least on this one, it doesn't matter because the landing gear is always extended, you know? But yeah, I guess I did. It's fine, it was a flawless landing. I don't know what you're talking about. Get it, man, let's get it. Goofy, fucking rear gunner. Doesn't really do a whole lot, but it's there, I guess. Yeah, also, do your maneuvers at higher altitudes because this thing loses altitude quicker, as you would probably expect. Oh yeah, no, you can still do that. It's just you don't get the line to go with it. Oh, it is very much less. Well, that's its, you know, it's the whole job. No, I don't. I will not be jumping. Alright, let's head back to Clan's Head. It's the hex, 2 hexes from us, so go to the southeast. Yep, perfect heading. We'll fly through Howell County, and then we'll be in Clan's Head. Well, no, Clan's Head is a hex after Howell County. Practicing my defensive gunnery. Oh, it's certainly fun, and definitely can do RG. It's just possibly risky. Yeah. Yes, yes. As long as they're reservable, which ours are, you can store them like a crate in a stockpile. So just never, ever, 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 ever put these in a bunker base, in a town base, or any base, because that will become unreservable the moment you do that. Just keep them on your inventory. If you have to go, give them to somebody else before you do. You cannot afford to lose these uniforms. Well, I mean, it's not the most expensive, but it's certainly very annoying to have to replace, so I'd rather not have to. Yeah, it's rares. It really is. It's quite annoying, but I guess it could be worse. But even though it's still the worst uniform to make in the game, but oh well, I guess. Yes, it has to be above 80 to drop paratroopers properly. Typically, you're gonna want to go as slow as you can, and that way, because how our plane's designed, obviously it takes a while for them to get out because there's only fucking two doors and they're one person at a time, like the callers, which is the C-130 ramp in essence. But ours take longer. So what you want to do is you want to go to about 75 knots, open the doors, everyone else just jumps out. That's how we do it anyway. It usually works out. Go back to front, like so. So guys in the back four seats go. And the guys in the front, and they obviously they go on their side too. So the guys on the left side go out the left door, the guys on the right side go out the right door. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. Alright, I'm gonna make the announcement. Does 7 p.m. work for you? I'll do it at 8, because that's when more people get on. Yeah. Hold on. Go dive down to about 60 meters. Yeah, we're gonna go below the clouds so you can see it. That's good enough right there. Go follow this road. Follow this road. Follow this road. I'll work on your navigational skills without the map. Okay, see how you overturn there? This is good. Yep. I missed the moment of truth. Can you nail the landing? Oh! Okay. Smart decision. Smart decision to go around. Very nice.
Yeah, come on. We should do Collie next war.
Like I said, we will be putting it to a vote. If enough people vote for it, we'll do it. Alternatively, what we could do is we could split the faction or the regiment temporarily. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Lock in-ish. Lock in. Lock in. Very nice. Very nice. Come on. Commit to the bit. Oh, go off. Okay. Oh. Okay. Well, minor issue. One engine is damaged, one of your wings is damaged, so you're gonna have to repair those. Secondary minor issue. The place that we were repairing our stuff at has now decayed, along with several of our other parts that were being repaired. So we don't really have a place to do that. We'll have to figure that out. So
Right, yo.
those are they not not reserved? Actually, hold on, I can always just check this. They are in fact reserved.